All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great day again. Deepex TV, as always, we always say that we cure your boredom. Inspiration talk, motivational talk. It means we educate you and at the same time we entertain you. Different guests from different professions and from different background. Retired Chief 2047 Senior Jausenge is my name, and today we have a great guest. I remember we told you there that we'll have one of the best, one of the best prominent people in this country, Amapali, in this town of Nairobi City. She is not only an entrepreneur, but also she's owning a Binti pads company, yeah? Yes. And she will tell us about what she owns and what she do. I'm not worthy to introduce her, but I'll give her a chance. Karibu sana.
Oh, thank you so much.
Deepex TV is here.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me to your show. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you.
Yes.
To me, I may know your name, but to my fans, they don't know you. Can you tell them who you are, please?
Okay, so my name is Lona Joyce. I am the CEO and co-founder of Binti Pads, which is a sanitary pads company here in Kenya. Okay. Just like many other companies that exist. By profession, I have been a flight attendant or a cabin crew for the past 13 years. I retired last year. My story, it was retired because
Retired means that your age, or you just retire by yourself?
Retired means you left that space and now probably moved into something else. So I stopped working for the airlines. I joined entrepreneurship fully. So I have been a cabin crew for the past 13 years. A business woman for more than 6 years. I joined farming. I've been doing agribusiness for close to 4 years now. And then I started Binti. So in short, that's me. I am a lover of life. I am a mom. To 3 beautiful cats.
Wow.
Wow.
Not even, no problem. Thank you very much. You have told us that you are co-founder of Binti Pads.
Yes.
And again, your profession was behind there, flight attendant. Yeah. Can you tell us, Lona, before Binti Pads, before flight attendant, who is this Lona now?
Yeah.
You can elaborate to us who you are.
Lona is... Oh, wow. Lona has a nice, has a background where she grew up in a nice, loving home. I had a mom and a dad, and I had a younger brother. And by the time I was growing up and getting to high school, I lost my dad. And then in a span of like 2 weeks, I lost my younger brother. My dad was the breadwinner at the time. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom. So at this point, when my mom and I lost my dad and my brother, we didn't have anywhere else to start and where to go. We lived in a house. My dad was a policeman. We lived in a 7-roomed house in Nyahururu, which was given by the government. And when that ended, we had to start finding ourselves from scratch. And so we came... we used to live in Nairobi, but we used to be in different spaces because my dad used to travel a lot to different counties. So we settled back in Nairobi, and by settling back, we went to stay at a children's home. So my mom and I went to have a space in our children's home. As she was working or volunteering there, then we were getting a space to sleep and food. I was in high school at this time, and my mom had gotten into depression, and I didn't understand what that life was. Normally, tukiwa wadogo, no one tells you what depression is, you know? Yes. And it manifests in so many different ways. My mom became a full-blown alcoholic. She drank a lot, and I was on who to take care of her. I didn't understand what was going on with her, but also at the same time I was in high school. I went to school in Muranga, a very nice school called Kahuya Girls. I finished, and for me, I knew the only thing I wanted to do was become a cabin crew.
Okay.
So from my very young age, I saw, if you remember the times we used to go to the airport kusindikisha watu, we were so many, and I saw some Kenya Airways flight attendant pulling their suitcases, and I was like, I don't know what those women are and what they're doing, but that's what I want to do.
Okay, ukatamani.
Nikasema, that's what I'm going to do.
Yes.
So I grew up knowing I wanted to be a cabin crew. At the time, I remember my dad had asked me, you want to be a what? I said, a cabin crew. He said, why not another profession? Okay, I said, then a nurse. And then I later realized I can't stand blood. So then I went back to the fact that I just wanted to be a cabin crew.
Yeah, you know, doing what you love.
Yes.
You will do it with passion and
So
moral.
much, exactly. So I finished high school, and by the time I was finishing, I was young. My mom told me, so you can't stay in the house. At this point, we had moved from the children's home, went to live with my mom's sister in Mukuru. So I grew for the better
Mukuru,
part
the one that I know.
Yes, for the better part of my life, I lived in Mukuru, kwa Jenga, and kwa Ruben. So that's where I grew up. That's where life started for me.
Nambono ukai Mukuru.
You don't look like your problems.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah, so lived there, finished school. My mom by then had started getting a space. Alikuwa na a shop, ilikuwa ya a wines and spirits, so I used to assist her there. And then she told me, I don't think I want you to stay here because the slum has a way of swallowing you and your dreams. She gave me a chance to go do whatever I wanted to do, and that was cabin crew. I joined a college, and then she told me, sasa toka hapa endo katafute hostel. So I was pushed all the way to Upper Hill. Hiyo ni maisha tofauti, so mi nimezoea get online narushwa huku. It was such an adjustment for me. She had also been very sick during this whole entire time, and a friend just called me one time out of the blue in September and kept saying, please watch over your mom. In that same September, towards the end, she called me. She told me, vile kunaenda, Joyce, I want you to really grow up. I'm not seeing myself being here in October. And that's now the last surviving person that I had in my life. So when someone tells you that, the emotions that go through your head is, why first of all are you telling me this? Why do you want to leave me? Because unaniacha kwanza na nani, and how am I going to even survive? So she said, I'll tell you how to behave, who to be with, you know, wale watu wenye uta interact now in life, but learn how to be by yourself and learn how to grow up very fast. I was 17 at that point.
Wow.
And true to it, October came. She called me 1 week before she passed and asked me, is there anything that I've never done for you? And I told her a birthday party. She said, okay, tufanye bash basi. Katoka, went to town, we bought crepes, a cake and soda, and we went back home and I called my friends and we cut cake.
You celebrated your birthday?
Celebrated.
Okay.
I went back to school 1 week later, went back to check on her, and on that weekend, I could see she was not okay. And Monday, she kept promising me, Monday tutaenda hospitali. That Monday came, she sat, and she never woke up from there. And that's how I took her to hospital, and that's how she was pronounced dead.
Oh, sorry.
And life now started for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry. Losing a dad, losing a brother, and also losing a mom. It was not that easy.
No, it wasn't.
So after that, now you as Lona, you remain alone.
Yeah.
Did you have any relative or a friend who lent a hand on you?
Yeah. So that was one of the harshest time of my life. She had prepared me that people would not be there for me, even family. I remember right after that, I decided to go back to school, and there was no one to pay my fees. There was no one to do anything in that space to assist me.
Yes.
So I found myself a job in supermarkets. I was doing kazi attendance kwa supermarket. If anything like an usher job came about, would get like 1,000 here, 2,000. Hizo ndio nilikuwa nashikanisha nalipa shule na I continue with life.
Yes.
So for me, at that point when she passed, I just said, you know what? I don't think when I get the job as a cabin crew, watakuwa wananikujia from the airport to Mukuru. So amka, I left, I moved to a room in Umoja, and I said that's where life is going to start for Lona.
Okay.
Yes, I had no job, I had nothing, I don't know how I was going to pay rent, but I woke up and left because I felt if I continued staying in that space, I will keep being sucked in it. For me, the slum was good if you had 20 shillings to start off, because unaona hii ilikuwa inaitwaje, chapo chafua, alafu niko sawa, niko sorted, so tomorrow then what next? And so for me, I had so many dreams, and being a cabin crew was it. And I remember before my mom passed, she had told me, please make sure that you travel this world before you settle down in life. And that already aligned with where I wanted to be.
If I can take you back when you are in college, you talked about you went to college when mom was still there. So she was the one behind your school fee, or you have someone?
My mom was there for me. She paid my school fees. At this point, the government had really frustrated us. There was no money. They had promised to pay everything. She sold everything that we had in our house to just cater to my school fees. Kuna time nilikuwa, I think there's a time I missed almost half of second term in Form 4 because there was no school fees. There was no even transport to go all the way back to school. That was how bad it went. We went from living in a 7-roomed house to living in a slum with not affording even food.
It's not so easy.
That shift, I don't even know how I survived, because I think I survived just based off my mom. I still wanted her to be there. So I was taking care of her.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Joyce Lona, the co-founder of Binti Pads. She has passed a lot of challenges, but she kept on pursue what she wanted. And if we come back, she will tell us if she made it or not.
Yeah.
Let's meet after the commercial short break. Wow.